What is up, guys? James Carter TV here for yet another video in my 2015 NFL season preview videos. Today we have the Baltimore Ravens on tap, ready to go, and this is gonna be an easy video to make. With some teams, it's like ripping off a band-aid for some fans. You have to tell them something they don't want to hear, and then they're gonna argue with you in the comments, and you're gonna have fun with that. Ravens fans, you guys are smart. You guys already know what's up, so I don't really have to convince you of anything, unless if you really believe that, oh, they're a 13-3 team, then we might have an issue. But this is a playoff caliber team. This is a team that has once again rebuilt its defense under Ozzie Newsome, who continues to prove to be the executive of the century, of this millennial century. Yeah, he's the best. And this guy continues to rebuild his team. Don't talk to me about Bill Belichick. Yeah, he's won Super Bowls. Fine. Give me Ozzie Newsome, who doesn't have the greatest quarterback ever. Instead, he builds defenses, tears them down, and builds them once again. He builds offensive lines, tears them down, and builds them again. He finds gems like Justin Forsett, who have been in the league, who everyone is looking at and saying, nah. He takes them and he turns them into a star. That's what he does. And John Harbaugh, too. I mean, let's not forget, Harbaugh has a lot to do with these situations and these decisions. So let's give him some credit as well. But with all of that said, let's look at the Baltimore Ravens. If you're not used to the format, we're going to talk about their strengths, their weaknesses. I'll give you my win-loss prediction for the team, and we'll look at the toughness of their schedule. So, strengths for this Baltimore Ravens team as I pull up the roster. One, just off the top of my head, offensive line. And this was something that was a weakness, a very strong weakness in 2013. Only 2 years ago when you went 8-8 and you missed the playoffs for the first time. One out of the past 6 years now, maybe it's 7 years actually. 2008, yeah, 7 years for the first time you guys missed the playoffs because your offensive line was horrible. But now you guys have found a way to rebuild that offensive line, trading for a guy like Jeremy Zutaw from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers just a year ago, finding a gem, or actually trading away Geno Gardkowski, who proved to be nothing. I don't know why the Denver Broncos wanted anything to do with that man. Finding a guy on the left side in Eugene Monroe from the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it's actually mind-boggling. I mean, Ozzie Newsome, I don't know if he's tricking these teams or what. The Jacksonville Jaguars trade Eugene Monroe, and because they felt as if their second overall pick in Luke Joeckel was worth anything. Well, it turns out he's worth nothing. All right, so you just threw that player away, gave him to the Ravens. Ravens like, hey, thanks for that, man. We'll take that. Inside, your guards are great. Marshall, and might be the best guard in the NFL. I mean, honestly, he's in an elite type of play in that position the past couple of years. And you round out the offensive line with other good players as well. So offensive line is a strength now, although years ago it was a weakness. Also, how could I forget Ricky Wagner on the right side, right tackle, and also Kelechi Osemele at the left guard position as well. Let's not forget them. Both of whom are very good. They're very good at their positions. Top 10, honestly, at their positions. So, a great offensive line after years ago having a horrible one. So that was a great reversal for the Baltimore Ravens. The offense, for the rest of the offense, is not really a big strength. So let's just move ahead to the defense. And let's talk about their linebackers. Great. Oh my God. These linebackers are going to continue to raise hell, and they're going to raise more hell. Because your boy C.J. Mosley on the right-hand side continues to progress into what to me is looking like a top 5 linebacker inside linebacker in this upcoming season. I mean, this guy is looking great. And it's good. It's good that Ozzie Newsome said, hey, we do have Arthur Brown, but I don't care. I want a new guy in here. I want C.J. Mosley out of Alabama. I wish my Tennessee Titans would have drafted him now. Oh, I wish we would have drafted him now. But whatever. You have C.J. Mosley, Darryl Smith, formerly of the Jacksonville Jaguars, next to him. He continues to play well. And now Arthur Brown is just screwed. So you might as well just find a way off the team because you're not playing for the next 3 years. That's just as simple as that. And then your outside linebackers. You have Terrell Suggs, who, man, I mean, not only does he talk the talk, he walks the walk, and he's continued to be a force defensively for the Baltimore Ravens over the past number of seasons. And then across from him, you have Elvis Dumervil, who you swindled from the Denver Broncos, only like 1 year ago. So, a great addition there. Now, Courtney Upshaw, we need to have a discussion, Raven fans. He's not very good. We want him to be good. He's formerly of Alabama. We wasted a 2012, I believe a 2012 first-round pick on him. He's not very good. And that's why you got Dumervil. So, honestly, I don't want to see Upshaw out there. I mean, on rundowns, okay. On obvious run situations, which really don't exist in today's NFL, even on 1st and 10, on 2nd and 2, on 3rd and 2. There's no obvious run there, unless you're facing Cleveland. So maybe in those situations you should be out there, but besides that, no. We're talking about next their strength. It's not as strong as I would like for it to be. But their defensive line. Brandon Williams, okay, he's the best. Brandon Williams is the best. Now, people expect this to be a weakness, actually, because they lost to Lodi Nada, but Ravens fans, you already know. I don't need to educate you. Timmy Jernigan out of Florida State, 2014 draft pick. He's here, and he's here to play, and he's going to play well. And even if he doesn't, you drafted Carl Davis out of Iowa. Some people thought this guy was going to be a first-round pick. You got him in the 3rd round, I believe. So that's yet another player you have ready to go, just in case even Jernigan doesn't play well. So, and then Chris Canty on the right side as well. So the defensive line is very strong, and it's going to continue to be a force. The problem is teams don't run the ball unless you're facing Seattle or Kansas City. So you'll beat them, but you'll have to stop the pass, and that was an issue last season, somewhat. You didn't have good talent. Somehow you still found ways to keep teams from scoring a lot of points. How? I don't know. Maybe you're a great pass rush. So now let's talk about the corners. I wouldn't put it as neither a strength. No, I mean, it might be a strength. It's in like a middle area. It's a wild card, yeah. You know, you have your Jimmy Smith. Okay, he's good. Ladarius Webb, his play has not been as good ever since he tore his ACL in 2013, excuse me. So, I don't know what's going on with him. You got Kyle Arrington for the New England Patriots. Great swindle for Ozzie Newsome there. But even Kyle Arrington, he's a good slot corner, okay. Matt Elam got injured. I'm sorry. Good. Ravens fans, you want him to develop. You want him to play. He's not good. I've seen enough from him. I've seen enough from Matt Elam. He's not good. He got injured. Good. Now they can play Will Hill, I believe that's his name, who's better, and you'll win more games. Well, maybe not. It won't be a significant increase, but maybe 1 or 2 more games will be won because Matt Elam won't be out there being a bonehead. He hasn't been good thus far. I don't want to see people get injured, but in this case, it'll be a positive for you. All right, so Kendrick Lewis also back there as a free safety. It could be a good secondary. It could be a really good secondary if Ladarius Webb does something. But I don't trust Ladarius Webb, and I don't really trust Kyle Arrington. But it's fine. It's a serviceable secondary in today's NFL. A lot of teams wish they had that secondary. All right, let's talk about some weaknesses today. Wide receivers, and it's a shame. Because you drafted Brashad Perriman. I hated Brashad Perriman. If I would have called up Ozzie Newsome, if I had that opportunity, I would have told him, man, you stay away from him. He drops way too many passes. You got your boy Philip Dorsett you can draft. your boy Dorial Green Beckham, your boy Nelson Aguilar was gone by then, but you got better options here, man. Brashad Perriman can't catch anything, nor will he ever be able to catch anything. The Baltimore Ravens, I'm sorry, Ravens fans, you guys will be looking for another wide receiver in this 2016 NFL draft. He sucks. All right, people were in love with his physical abilities to run, the ability of him to be so athletic, and that's cute. But he wasn't very productive at UCF. He had one good season his last season, but he was very inconsistent, dropped the ball too much. Maybe you'll just take an athletic track kid, you'll throw him in, and he'll become a wide receiver. But I'm going to bet against that. I think his hands are just butterfingers and they're rubber and they're not going to do anything. So, behind him, I don't want to bash these guys too much because they might be good. Kamar Aiken, Marlon Brown, we've seen something with Michael Campanaro. I don't trust these guys. I know you Ravens fans are going to comment down below saying, oh, they have potential, they could be really good. The one I like the most would be Marlon Brown. See, it's so funny. This is kind of a tangent, but some of you people, not you Ravens fans specifically, but other fans of certain football teams, like, you guys will take the most minuscule player and tell me he's a sleeper. This 49er fan commented on my other video saying, oh, this quarterback, their fourth string quarterback is someone to look out for. No, he's not. I'm sorry. No, he's not. Some guys, we want to believe they have potential, but there's a reason. I mean, there's a huge difference from Steve Smith's talent and freaking Michael Campanaro, okay? But whatever, I don't trust these wide receivers. Tight end, I don't trust him either because Dennis Pitta, I don't know what's going on with him, his health. I don't like what I'm hearing there. Max Williams out of Minnesota has the potential there, but I don't really like him. Crockett Gilmore had plenty of opportunities to do something in 2014 and didn't. Justin Forsett, okay, now this guy is running the ball well. Lorenzo Taliaferro, I don't like him. Javorius Allen. Okay, Buck Allen. I like that pick. So the running backs might be a good positive for you. And then Joe Flacco. He's improved upon his play in 2014. If he can take yet another step, I think this is a player that may finally, hopefully, I love Joe Flacco, will enter the top 10 quarterback debate because he's not in there. And he's not. I'm sorry, Ravens fans. I know he has a strong arm, blah, blah, blah. He hasn't gotten over 30 touchdown passes. He's not a top 10 quarterback. It's just that simple. So, hopefully he can take that step forward. Your backup sucks, so you better stay healthy. So, best case scenario for the Baltimore Ravens. This team could be 12-4 if they build a great defense, and this defense does have great potential. Just depending on how that secondary performs, they could go 12-4, dominate, win the AFC North, and look out, here come the Super Bowl Baltimore Ravens. That's how high they can go. How low? Man, this secondary struggles. It won't struggle too bad, but they struggle. Their wide receivers can't catch anything. Steve Smith is okay, but not enough to bring up this entire receiving core. And worse, 9-7. There's not much room for error here. The defense and offensive lines are too talented. Way too talented. And the Ravens are too consistent of a team to go worse than 9-7. My prediction is 10-6, wild card spot. I'm sorry, Ravens fans, but I love the Pittsburgh Steelers, especially against your secondary. So I know it hurts to hear. They won it last year. I see them winning it again. I know their defense sucks. It sucked last year, and they still won the shit. So their quarterback is better than yours. Their offensive line is close to yours. You might have the thing there. Your defense is better than theirs, but their wide receivers, they're better than yours. So I'm going to give it to the Ravens, or to the Steelers, the AFC North. But I do have you guys making the wild card, and that's the same position you won the freaking Super Bowl with. So you guys could easily win the Super Bowl. I would not be shocked or surprised or perplexed if the Baltimore Ravens won Super Bowl 50. It would not shock me in the least. Let's look at their schedule real quick because Jameis Winston is about to play his first preseason game, and this is something I really want to see. All right, so you guys find yourselves facing the AFC West. 2 of those 4 games are the first 2 games, too. At Denver, at Oakland, they're hosting Cincinnati, and then hosting or going to Pittsburgh. That's a tough stretch. I think we'll go 2-2, but that's a tough stretch right there. Losses at Denver, at Pittsburgh to me. Cleveland, you're going to sweep this year. Hopefully. Hopefully you guys sweep Cleveland. You'll split with Cincinnati. You'll split with Pittsburgh. Hopefully, you please sweep Cleveland. God, please. If Josh McCown can score a point on your defense, I'll be shocked. More shocked than I've ever seen. All right, so you have 4-2 in your division. Against the AFC West, you host your San Diego. You host your Kansas City. Man, I don't know. Even though they are home games, I say you lose one of those because I really like both of them. I think they're going to be 10-win teams too. So look out for them. You host Seattle. You might upset them. Seattle has problems going against the road against difficult teams. Sunday Night Football as well. It's a pretty difficult, somewhat. I mean, it's a moderately difficult schedule. But the Ravens find a way to get these things done. So I'm not going to bet against the Ravens. I said this in my San Diego Chargers video because I also have them going 10-6. From there, I don't know who's going to get the tiebreaker, guys. I don't know. I don't like to say this team will make the playoffs. No, I'll predict them, but who knows how the tiebreakers are going to work out? They may end up doing a coin flip for all I know. So what I do is I say, okay, I both have these teams at 10-6. Which one do I trust more? Do I trust the team that's made it 6 out of the past 7 years, or do I trust the San Diego Chargers? I'll trust the Baltimore Ravens each and every time. So I'm picking you guys to make the playoffs. It will be close, guys. So don't be surprised and don't be disappointed if you don't. Because it's a tough AFC playoffs contention this year. And if you don't, please get a wide receiver worth a damn in your 2016 NFL draft. Until next time, James Carter TV, I'm out. Peace.